We are Hubdrive. Our vision is to empower people and organizations in HR management.
Hello, my name is Konstantin Weber, and today I would like to give you an introduction into Rollup 41 to show you the new features and improvements. Yeah, first of all, we have a look at our agenda. We start with the Copilot, OpenAI ChatGPT integration in HR4 Dynamics. Second point is the recruiting dashboards and the new categorization of applications. We have a new KPI functionality. We added it into the OKR module. We have the language Spanish enabled in the employee self-service, and at least we have a look at our solved tickets and bug fixes. Yeah, first here you can see the link to the release notes where everything is noted down and you can read it through. So first we have a look into our Copilot ChatGPT integration. So we are here in the recruiting model in the HR hub or in the recruiting area. So when you have set up the ChatGPT integration, so imagine an applicant writes an email with an Outlook that something is unclear, or he has a question regarding the salary range or in which department the vacancy is located. And so the recruiter has the option to use ChatGPT with an intelligent AI tool that it generates me the answer directly. Yeah. So let's have a look in Outlook. So Konstantin Weber applied for a job in that company, and he has a question regarding the salary range and in which department this vacancy is located. So now the integration knows with the email from that applicant that it refers to that applicant, and within that applicant it refers to the vacancy which is applied. So all information within the summary, for example, details, and also the job advertisement, the system collects that information and it provides it. So, or it gives it to the option pool, let's call it like that. So, and when the applicant asks for that specific question, the integration goes through, for example, into the detail section and knows, okay, the salary range for this vacancy, the junior consultant, is 40,000 to 60,000. It knows that the vacancy is located in the Honak Austria AG department, and within this information, ChatGPT answers it directly in a formal way that you easily go through the emails, click on the integration, and it generates me the email. So when you set it up inside that app bar, you can select Hubdrive Recruiting, and this option you will see. So answer question means, just please ChatGPT or please Copilot answer the question. You have the option to invite for an interview. That means that it generates me an email with an invitation for an interview. Of course, you can also reject the application with, hey, sorry, it doesn't work for us. Ask for further details. Then you have the option field, which you can say, maybe not to that email, but maybe some CV is missing or a certificate is missing. You can just directly click on it, provide a detail, and ChatGPT creates an email with that question or with that detail which is missing. Suggest your own means that you can create your, let's call it your own button. For example, please ask the applicant why he would like to work for us. Yeah, this can be a good option to suggest your own. Inside settings, there are, for example, the web app URL located, and these settings have to be done that the integration is working for you. All right. So this was the ChatGPT integration or Copilot integration. And next, we have the recruiting dashboard and the new categorization. So we have enabled a new dashboard. So inside this dashboard, you can see, for example, rejection region by channels. You have an overview about new hired within from which recruiting channel they come from. You have also a new dashboard with 3 new fields: RQA, RRA, and RAA. That means RAA is, let's jump into the vacancy again. We click on applications and let's jump into the application from me. So here on the top, you have this categorization, RRA. That means recruiting received application. Yeah, this status is automatically set with the status 1, where it's just new. Yeah, when you proceed, you will see within the initial validation, it becomes to an recruiting accepted application. We need to just wait one moment that the system realizes that it is in status 2. And since it received status 4, the phone interview, it becomes an RQA, and recruiting qualified application. So see, now it's in step 2, recruiting accepted application. So when all the data are completed, when you have a CV, when you have the certificates and so on, then it is status 2. So now we can move forward to step 4, and you will see that it will receive to RQA within one moment. Exactly. So here you see it becomes an RQA, recruiting qualified application. So, and here within that chart, you see, okay, on which week I received a lot of good, or the application becomes a very good quality, then it's a lot of RQAs, for example, or yeah, here you have the statistics about it. So, okay, and we also added the prioritization towards the application. Here inside the vacancy, you can say, okay, the priority for the company towards this vacancy is very high, immediately, medium, and so on. And there you can see, okay, you have a better overview towards my prior one vacancies, how much applications do I have? Yeah, and this helps the recruiter to better understand the actual progress towards the applications. Okay, good. Let's jump back. Next topic is the new KPI functionality. So let's jump back. So we are here in the OKR module. Yeah, the KPI, called Key Performance Indicator, is located directly under an objective. Yeah. So previously we had just objective and key results. So key results were more, yeah, let's call it project-related goals, yeah, or milestones for a bigger objective. And KPIs are more, for example, for sales, or when you have directly numbers inside an milestone. Yeah. So let's create one. We are in objective. In an objective, we have as title increase number of employees. Yeah. This is a great example for using KPI in a positive way or in a good way. We create a KPI directly under an objective. So you see the period, for example, is logged. It comes from the objective, and we give it the KPI a name, for example, towards this objective, it makes sense, for example, hire 10 new applicants. Okay, so now of course this KPI is set up from the manager or from the C-level, for example. Depends on the company, and you say, okay, for this quarter, for example, we start with the initial value of 0. The target value is 10. Yeah, we create it, and then we set, so this is in success indicator, and we say, okay, now it's agreed. Save it again. So, and now the owner, for example, would be the employee, yeah, which has to work on that KPI. And now let's say, okay, during the quarter, this recruiter hired, for example, first of all 5. Yeah. So now the progress is to 50%, and he achieved the level bronze. Yeah, it changed within the progress, or this triggers the progress here. Let's say, okay, now he has 8 hired, just as an example. Now he has silver. Maybe end of the quarter he receives or he gets this 10 new hires. Let's put it like 10. Now he has gold. So, and the good thing is for KPIs can have more than 100%. This is the benefit instead of using just key results, where the limit is on 100%. In this case, of course, the recruiter can be better than 10. So that means maybe he has 12 hired within the quarter. And now he received the status of platinum. Exactly. So here you see the good benefit of using KPIs to directly see, okay, of course, in numbers, how good is the progress from that employee, for example. Yeah, you can also build a tree within KPIs. That means this KPI can also be a parent KPI, and you create child KPIs underneath. Exactly. Good. Let's jump back. So the next benefit, the next improvement is the employee self-service in Spanish. That means we have the employee self-service built in Spanish. We are here in the HR Hub employee self-service. And you can, as you know, directly go to personalization settings. And until now, you can select the language Spanish. And here you go. And everything is translated into Spanish. Good. So next, we come to our last point, the bug fixes and stabilizations. I quick run through the cases. So now the daily summaries recalculate also overtime minutes and not only overtime hours. We improved or stabilized the CV parsing via text kernel. There was an issue where it creates several applicants. We fixed a translation issue within time accounts. We solved an issue within the employment term template where it prevents the start date from being filled out wrong. The German Labor Office integration is stabilized. The system user can now be added to an employee without issues. The employee cockpit is now available on Teams, so also within on a mobile device, for example. The badge ID is available when an employee is leaving the company, and you can enable work patterns in an employment term template. This was not not available in the previous Rollup update. Okay, now we are at our end to the Rollup update introduction. I appreciate it a lot. I wish you a great day and see you. Bye.